guess who forgot her camera at home today? Hey guys, so this is a little last minute, kind of quick because I have to do this from home because I forgot my camera at home, so I didn't have it at work. So really quickly, I'm just going to do my two truths and a lie. So, I'm a big klutz. That's not my fact. I'm a big klutz, I always have been, and due to that, I have some rather interesting injuries that have occurred in my life. First off, when I was 4 years old, my brother and I had built a fort with a couple of chairs. So we'd made a fort by putting the two chairs together like this. And then I decided I was going to crawl across the top of the chairs. And just as I got to where the two chairs met, they went like this. And I fell with them, and my head went like this, and I hit my nose right here on the bottom part of the chair, slicing my nose. And I ran upstairs screaming, of course, blood going everywhere. My dad thought I had a bloody nose and was trying to close it. But he took me to the hospital, and I had to get 2 stitches in my nose, right there. So that was one incident. The next time was when I was 10 years old. I was in grade 4. I had a couple of 4s there. So I'm in grade 4. At my school, we had this huge hill. And it had rained and then frozen over. It was a beautiful ice hill. You could go down so fast. But so I decided to go down this hill, and I was sliding on it on my rear end, and I noticed that there were 3 girls climbing up the hill towards me. So I rolled over on my stomach, thinking that that would protect me, and I kicked the legs out of the first girl, out from under the first girl, and she went smack, landed on my head, and put my face down on the ice, and so I ripped open the entire right side of my face, for which I have no scars, which is amazing. But so I had a huge gash on my cheek here, a huge gash up my forehead. But the big thing was, after I had hit the ice, nobody had seen my eye, because I'd immediately grabbed my face, screamed my head off, blood going everywhere, which apparently is a theme, and everyone thought that I might have lost my eye. The doctor actually was convinced that I had lost my eye, and said the only thing that might have saved it is if my cheekbone hadn't broken, which it hadn't, and I have both eyes, so that's pretty good. But I ripped open the entire right side of my face. And then, showing my own version of what I feel is right and wrong, in grade 6, I went to one of those pioneer reenactment places where you get to learn how to make food and how to whittle and all sorts of different things like that. Well, my mom was the one who got the groceries for the how to make food thing. And I figured that made me a shoo-in for learning how to make butter and ice cream and all sorts of really cool things like that. Yeah, I got put in the group to whittle wood. So I was not impressed, and I decided that I was going to make sure that I got some taste testers of the food before anyone else did. So I just kind of wandered off, and I'm looking around, and I see a little tub sitting on a table, and I go, oh, that must be the butter. It looks a little white, but I'm just going to take a quick taste of it. No one will know. So I dipped my finger in it, put it in my mouth, and immediately it was like the worst, the bitterest, horrible taste ever. And I ran to the bathroom, and I spit it out, and I rinsed my mouth out really quick. And then I went to one of the people who ran the place, and I said, your butter's gone bad. And she looked at me, she goes, what butter? I said, the butter that's sitting out on the table. And she goes, you ate that? Because what had been out on the table was actually lye soap. And so now this is a big deal, because if I'd put any amount in my mouth and had swallowed it, lye is very corrosive. And the fact that inside, it would have burned my insides and could have been very, very serious. But for whatever reason, and the doctors don't know why, and nobody can figure out why, I didn't do the instinct. Humans' natural instinct is to swallow. I immediately spit it out. So because of that, I only ended up with a burn on the inside of my lip here, and right there on my tongue, because that's where I put it when I licked it off my finger. So those are my 3 things, and proof that I am a moron and a klutz. And yeah, if you want to hear more stories about how klutzy I am, I have tons. Beyond that, I don't have time for a Thursday check-in. I will do that next week. Talk to you guys later, and bon, I'll see you tomorrow.